clean up the stove. A little cleaner. I do need to put a polish on it. We've got a stainless steel polish that kind of goes over the cleaning. And you know, we've got stainless steel appliances. So, appliance, yeah, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, this is an appliance, right? I mean, it's not an entire stove, but it's an appliance. So, you know, and we got a sink here, but I use the scrubby here for the sink because it gets, ugh, it's a myth. But yeah, stainless steel products. Wouldn't recommend. Bring me back enamel. Bring back enamel. Give me some, a white or like a red, maybe, a red fridge and a red oven. Yeah, give me red appliances. Yeah, oh, that would be, or blue. Blue would look nice in here, I think. It would kind of go with the white walls and cabinets. Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, give me some blue. Give me some enamel. Enamel this shit. And stainless steel is fine for the first year, but then just fingerprint after fingerprint after fingerprint. It just, you know, and then it's cloudy and I don't dig it. I don't dig it. But I live with it. Good morning. It's a salted caramel kind of morning. I almost sang that, didn't I? Oh, I forgot my accoutrements to weigh and measure. Weigh and measure. All right, we're gonna put it back. Maybe we'll do a little less this time. Since we did 20 last time, we'll do about 17 this time. Okay, so the AeroPress, such a fun designed form factor, fits in your pocket or fits in your bag. I took it to vacation with me on several occasions. It's a great way, as long as you got a way to heat water and grind beans, or just buy ground beans for the limited time you're gonna be on vacation, you're all set. You're all set and ready to go. You don't have to worry about a thing, really. Just be excited for the coffee experience. I'm using the native iPhone program to record. Yesterday I used a program that we purchased in order to use an external microphone, because the program native to the iPhone won't use the external microphone, or won't use an external microphone. It has to use the internals that come with the camera, which is kind of why I would love the new iPhone 16 Pro, because this is a 13 Pro, and it works really well, but the 16 Pro's camera system and microphones and new microphone technology sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty awesome. All right, so when it comes to water, I don't usually bother with weighing. I just fill it up to the top. It's because that's just the way I am. So, but we will use the timer. We're gonna do this the intended way, the way the AeroPress was designed, and we'll get into that in just a second. Salted caramel smells amazing. Look at these grounds. Look at that. Those are some cool grounds. And they smell wonderful. Good old caramel. Love a good caramel coffee. I just wish there wasn't so much sugar. Well, it's not even sugar, is it? Is it sugar or is it fructose corn syrup? That I guess I've not read the ingredient list on a Starbucks anything in a while, because I just don't go to Starbucks. There's so many other good semi-local, maybe they have another store in California, shops that are around town that just, or you know, the little coffee pop-ups. There are coffee pop-ups that happen now, which I think is absolutely remarkable. Or the coffee trailers. You know, like Moonbird Coffee, which is gone for a couple of weeks, maybe? Something about needing to renew their license. So they have their little trailer that they had set up is not there right now. in that same area. Hopefully they will be back. And when they come back, I will try to watch for that. And maybe we'll do another field trip down there to celebrate. That'll be fun. I love their coffee and their tea, and they have this wonderful soda. So like there's 3 separate things that you can get there, you know, and take them home and have 3 separate things to drink. It's great. It's always fun. Not just coffee. It's not always about the coffee, although the coffee's pretty good. We had the mowers out today just in time after the rain yesterday. I mean, the grass is greening up again, just in time for it to get cold and go dormant again. So I'm excited. I like that. I like green grass. You know, who doesn't like a little green grass, even though they don't mow it, you know? And then, like I said yesterday, the trees, there are some green in the trees, but there's also a lot of leaves on the ground. So I don't know how many silver maples we have back there. I keep forgetting. I do know that there is a point in the wintertime when all of the leaves are off all of the trees, which is something that never happened at the old house, because we had these silver maples. Their leaves would drop. Some would drop in the fall, some would drop in the dead of winter, and you had to go out there and do something about that. And then some would even drop in the spring, because for some reason the damn tree would hold on to its dead leaves and then randomly drop a ton of them. And we had several of them, and it was really frickin' annoying. There's 2 trees I hope I never see again. It's one of those ornamental pears and silver maples. Why can't there be a silver maple boar? Why does it have to be an ash boar? Just be a silver maple boar. Be a hero. Be a hero boar. And get rid of the silver maple. Ugh. Anyway. I don't even know why they call them silver maples. They're not, the name makes it sound like they're pretty. They're not. They're just a nuisance. They're the weed of trees. Invasive. Just like the ornamental pears are. There's a field full of flowering ornamental pears just south of us. And it's beautiful, but they're invasive, and they're easily pollinated, and their seeds are easily deposited by birds pooping. So nothing like a good bird poop seed. Here we go. We did the tofu with peanut sauce again last night. So you crisp the tofu in the air fryer, and then you make a peanut sauce. And I think this time we didn't make enough peanut sauce. Peanut sauce is delicious. Peanut sauce is delicious. Tofu, when properly seasoned, is also delicious. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up to about 4, which is right there. And then I'm going to let it drain a little bit. And I'm going to fill it up a little bit above the 4. And then we're going to hurry up and put this stopper on. And then pull it back just a little bit to create some suction. So the coffee that's left in there, it'll still drip just a little bit, but see there's coffee already in the cup because it passed through. But this will, see, I swirled it and a little bit of the tension made it drip a little bit. But we should let it go for about 4 minutes. And that should be enough extraction to get us to where we want to be. Had the mowers out, like I said. No pops and bangs today, which is kind of nice. It's always good to not wake up to that. It's good to wake up to his alarm rather than bang on the outside. It sounds like they're taking a break. Because even if they're up north, I could still hear, it's not like it's that far away. It might be half a football field from here to the back of the property on phase 2. So you can normally hear them back there mowing. So there's a lot to mow back there. There's a lot more to mow back there than there is here, I think. I think it's a little bit more treacherous too, because there's a couple of places where that bank kind of steeply into a pond. So if it's wet like this, after, you know, a good decent soaking rain, I don't know. I mean, they've got tires. They've got those really cool tires that are airless. You can see the honeycomb pattern in the middle. So basically they die when the honeycomb pattern breaks down because of, you know, movement and heat and cold and you know, just vibration, because this rubber can only withstand so much of those things. So it breaks down. But there's no air needed, so they're just solid enough to give you firmness and springiness, but they still have grip and whatnot. So honeycomb tires are pretty cool, but I think they use them on the Rover, don't they? Well, I think they use steel. I don't think they use rubber. I think rubber would deteriorate too quickly up there, especially if they want a long mission, because the elements are worse up there. So it must be some kind of like metal, like transparent aluminum or something like that. Oop, we've started back up. They're like running around like little go-karts. Sometimes they're like next to each other mowing in strips, and it almost looks like they're racing. So it's really kind of funny, because they zip along. They zip along pretty good. It's nice that they chew up the leaves too. It's I think we unlocked our back gate, so they should be able to come around and come back and mow back here. So our vegetation back there is in its last throes. It's going yellow. The tree, though, the ornamental cherry tree, though, flowered this year. On top of that, it's still got a lot of beautiful leaves. It is probably the ugliest tree branch-wise on the property. But it flowers now. It flowered this spring. It was so pretty with the flowers. So I love it. It's great. It's a great flowering tree. All right, 4 minutes have passed. Ooh, we did tippy canoe here just a little bit. All right, so with the AeroPress, you really don't even need to apply pressure, just the weight of your hand. You don't need to push. You just need to put the weight on your hand. And I know you're anxious, and you want that coffee now, which makes complete and total sense. You've already waited almost 5 minutes. And it could be complete bullshit, who knows, but nice even pressure will give you a nice even push through and give you some nice flavored coffee. Looky there, right on up. That's why you get a smaller cup for this thing. So you don't feel like you've cheated yourself out of coffee. You get a big cup that you're used to drinking out of, and it's like, oh, where's the coffee? Well, here you have a regular sized coffee mug, and coffee's all right there. Beautiful. Got a great smell. Oh, it's freaking hot. Yeah, we let that cool off, because the taste is still nice, but if you let it cool off a little bit more, you get more of the caramel, and you can actually taste a little bit of the salt in the back of your throat after about a couple seconds of swallowing, which is really kind of nice. So we'll let that cool off just a little bit. Nothing going on. It's I'm on. I'll start episode 9 tonight, editing wise. I sat down, and in 5 hours, 6 hours, I cranked out 8 20 to 30 minute episodes. It's a per bag episode for that Optimus Prime Lego. It'll go up next week. I'll start uploading tonight probably once I get, it'll be 11 parts. I stupidly made part 1 the opening. So now you'll see bag 1, part 2, and then you'll see bag 2, part 3, and then you'll see part 3, bag 4. It's just or part 4, bag 3. Yeah, but whatever. That it'll be a weird naming scheme. So and it doesn't really go together very well, but it's not been without its frustrations. I have an arm the iPhone sits on that gives me a nice shot, and since this is the best camera I basically have, it provides really good coverage, but the arm that I put it on decided to go limp while I was recording, and I didn't notice it until it was in my lap and I'd finished what I was building. So luckily you got, it was the same thing repeated. So you already got me putting it together once. This was just the second object that was the exact same thing, putting it together the exact same way. So you really didn't miss anything, but I was, oh my God, I had not been that angry. I had not cursed an inanimate object like that for a very long time. It was just like suddenly it lost tension. I don't know how, and it ended up in my lap. And by the time it ended up in my lap and I noticed it, I'd already completed the second task. So it was so, I could have undone it all and redone it, but I was just not in the mood. And we had already put one together. So, I mean, this isn't a step-by-step guide of how to put this stuff together, even though you can kind of treat it as such. It's just me putting it together and talking about putting stuff together, you know? It's not a guide. It's just something fun to watch. That should be done by late this afternoon, and then I can start the upload tonight. And then it'll be ready for Monday, which will be great. And then around 11 episodes to put forth. Oh yeah, the cast iron skillet. We use that to weigh down the tofu. You take the tofu out of the bag, you put it in between two pieces of paper towel on the top and the bottom, and then you put the heavy cast iron skillet on top of the top one, and then it squeezes out the remaining water. We bought hard tofu, which didn't have a lot of water in it, but sometimes if you get like a softer tofu, it will have a lot of water, processing water in it. So it just makes it so you can fry them up crispy in the air fryer. So, which I have to also clean out today. Oh well, thank you for watching today. This is delicious. I love the salted caramel. You give it enough time to cool down and you get this wonderful, just delicious caramel taste. And then in the back end, you just get this cool little hit of salt. And it's really neat. And a lot of it is cerebral, but then a lot of it is also planned. You know, I mean, they've been doing this for a long time. They know how to make a salted caramel coffee taste amazing, and they absolutely do. It makes me happy. Thank you for watching. We will talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully something exciting will happen. I can't guarantee anything. I guess tomorrow night's the Polestar. Since Matt owns a Polestar too and goes to the service department, that place where the service department is finally having their big grand opening, and we were invited to attend, along with all the other Polestar service people and they'll have a Polestar 3 there to look at, and they'll also have a Polestar 4, which I'm very excited to look at. The Polestar 4 looks really cool. If you've kind of seen the buzz behind it, the biggest part, other than the technology that's already in a lot of Polestars, there's no back glass. It's a hatchback, but there's no back glass. So the rear view mirror is actually a camera. So we'll have to see how that looks. But yeah, there's no back glass. There is a panoramic roof that goes from the very front of the car to the back hatch. So it's not like you're sitting in darkness in the back, but it's just really weird because there is no back glass. I think there's also ambient lighting back there behind the seats to make it a little bit lighter in the back, because I think otherwise it'd be pretty dark. But yeah, so it's a camera. So that's kind of been the big buzz about that. So I'm excited to see how that looks and how it, and then later how it performs. That might, if there's a point where my car breaks down, it would be really nice. That would be really nice to have as a new car, because the range is supposed to be a lot better than his current Polestar, which would make sense because it'll be like 4 years later, the technology, because his is like a 22 and those will be out in 25, something like that. I think his is a 22 or 23. That's 2 years old, I think. I think it's almost 2 years old. So, and it's running great, by the way. We love that Polestar. I mean, it won't happen tonight. It'll happen tomorrow night. So I'll have stuff to talk about on Tuesday. Maybe I can do a video we'll see. I mean, the whole video, me taking video thing has always been kind of awkward. So it's difficult to have a conversation and be your own cameraman with a little camera. So I try, but it's not, because I always kind of start talking and then I forget the camera's there and I tilt down. So you hear audio, but it's like, oh, look at the wood. That wood looks really nice. You know, that's all you kind of get. So we will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day. Hope you have a good night. Get a cup of coffee and we'll talk to you later. Bye.